Hi everybody. It's your friend Daniel Hutchins. We're back again, and what are we doing? We are going to be talking about James Gunn again. Yes, James Gunn. James Gunn explains how DC Studios will be different than DC Elseworlds within the DCU. Okay, DC Studios' James Gunn has now announced the films for the TV series. Also, there is an interconnected cinematic universe within the new DC universe, where projects like Superman, Supergirl, Clayface, The Brave and the Bold, Peacemaker, and the Green Lanterns all exist within the same universe. They also started all off with Creature Commandos. There is something else we call the DC Elseworlds. Okay, the DC Elseworlds. What is the DC Elseworlds? Well, for those who are named Patrick Star and live under a rock, I'll tell you. The DCU is a multiverse that's focused basically on the first chapter, which we call Chapter 1, the Gods and Monsters phase. And if something isn't DCU, we're going to make it clear that that is DC Elseworlds. Okay. The latest article, The Brave and the Bold director says that Robert Pattinson will not be the DCU's Batman. We'll clear up on that soon. This includes films like Joker Folly Do, which does not involve DC Studio, and also our friend on HBO, The Penguin, the spin-off of the Batman movie that takes place in its own universe. However, there's also supposed to be a sequel to Batman Part 2. The Max adult animated series Harley Quinn is also under the umbrella, just launched a 5th season. Also, not set in the same continuity as Creature Commandos, thus is also the DC Universe. Are you confused? All DC television and film projects are now under DC Studios because Harley Quinn was developed before that, so we didn't think it was fair to put it in its own fanfare from there. James Gunn had wrote to Threads and said, so the animated DC Studios logo and fanfare depicts the Joe Shuster designed Superman busting free from the chains. Doesn't precede episodes of The Penguin and Harley Quinn. On Penguin, which we had a small hand in development, we have a different DC animation at the end. Gunn has also added, the studio is currently working on a DC Studios Elseworlds opening, which will be attached to out-of-continuity projects like the Batman 2 and potential future spin-off series set in the Matt Reeves Batman epic crime saga, the Elseworlds, which takes on a name from the DC imprints, standalone stories like DC comic books canon, like The Kingdom Come, and for Superman, The Red Sun. Okay. Let me get this figured out. But anyway, this is what, as you see right there. Okay. Alright. So, hold on a bloody moment. Okay, so basically, this is what the logo they're thinking about is going to look like. Okay? But anyway, In a recent interview, James Gunn basically says DC Studios is committed to telling the DC Elseworlds stories by also telling a big, huge central story across with the rest of the DC Universe movies and series. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, I want to have the freedom to tell Elseworld stories. We want to be able to tell a story and where Superman is very different from his DCU counterparts. As he has told a podcast, we want to play these characters in a different way, and the things we love about DC over Marvel books and the ways that are much more plentiful. There's many more Elseworld stories that are more presentations, like Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman in particular, and you see them in different ways in different stories. I think it's part of the fun of DC. They said Watchmen is also outside of DCU. Superman is going to hit this year. Supergirl is next year. Clayface is next year. That's what we know so far. Superman is this year. Supergirl and Clayface is next year. Other DC projects include Peacemaker Season 2, HBO Green Lanterns, and then also A Creature Commando Season 2. Okay, so that's what we know, okay?